just want to add some points here. I agree with everything he said. Now, in order to use the QCD for your RMD, remember your first distribution for the RMD year is your RMD, right? So if someone wants to use their QCD for their RMD, they have to make sure that the QCD comes out before any other distribution.
Good point.
Yeah. So let's say
so if you take a distribution first and then do a QCD.
Then the QCD is in addition to your RMD, because the first distribution is now your RMD.
Okay.
Remember also,
timing is everything.
Timing is everything. And remember also that the IRA owner has to be at least age 70 and a half on the day that the QCD is done.
Wait, I thought it was just the year in which you're 70.
No, see, you're confusing that with the RMD rules that says the year you reach age 70. It's easy to confuse it, right? Because it all ties in with the RMD.
Right.
But the rule is if you're meeting with a client who says, you know what, I reach age 70 and a half next Monday and today's Friday, you have to say, hang on a second, let's wait until Monday, we'll do your QCD, because otherwise it
maybe
won't
wait
be
a day or two even.
Maybe wait a day or two even, just to be on the safe side.
You're absolutely right. Yeah. The time when that becomes important is when they turn 70 and a half, perhaps late in the year. So this is the year in which they turn 70 and a half, and they think they're eligible for the rules now, but they really have to wait until they turn.
They have to wait until the year. And there's a $100,000 cap on it.
Absolutely.
It's not every charity. The charity has to meet certain specific requirements. So I say all this to say, I think the QCD is a great provision, but just make sure that you check all the boxes, check all the rules to make sure you're. And here's a good thing too that a lot of people don't know. The QCD can be used for inherited IRAs as well.
There you go.
Not just for owner IRAs.
I was going to say, as long as the person who inherited it is over 70 and a half.
Yeah.
Okay.
And charitably minded.
And charitably minded. And
I've been waiting for this money all my life. I'm not going to give it to a charity, Jim.
That's right. And the last thing I would point out about it is that we mentioned this earlier this year on another program, Mike. It's now permanent. This provision, we used to always worry, are they going to renew it for another couple of years, and I want to make the contribution now. You don't have to worry about it. The qualified charitable distribution is now a permanent part of the tax code.
Yes, and one last planning tip. There are people with assets in 401k plans who want to do a QCD, right? But it only applies to IRAs. You know. So what do you do then?
Does it apply to Roth IRAs?
It applies to Roth IRAs. The question becomes whether or not it makes sense.
Yeah.
So if you have a client with assets in a 401k plan that wants to do a QCD, the thing to do is to roll over those assets to the IRA and then do the QCD. Of course, if the person is subject to RMDs for that 401k plan, you want to take the RMD first before the rollover.
I thought you only had one rollover a year. Am I wrong on that?
No, you're not wrong. You're half right.
Half right.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
If you're talking about rollovers that involve qualified plans like 401ks, pensions on any side, then that 1 per year rule does not apply. It only applies when you're taking it.
So I can do trustee to trustee transfer.
Absolutely.
Or
even
day of the year,
right? Every day of the year if you want to. The 1 per year rollover rule applies when you're taking a distribution from an IRA and rolling over the amount to another IRA or the same IRA within 60 days.
Denise, I've got